Hey, I guess I am going to go deep till one of our fields. I think we're gonna plant corn in it this year, but so we're just deep tilling basically as much as we can right now because we just got this thing, and then I think I'm hoping that we can do some more in the fall. So now I just gotta go over and fuel up before I head to the field. Looks like they're working on the corn planter, doing something to it. And away we go. Okay, I'm making my first pass along the edge here. I'm gonna go back here. This is actually 76 back here, right along here. My semi is on. I'm basically gonna start there and work up this way until I get to that tree line there, and then we go straight up and back the rest of the way. At least that's what I'm gonna do. That's usually how we plan it too. So. I guess. So it looks like we got, looks like a tree root from here stuck around one of the shanks, which is making it not do what we want it to do. Now I'll flip around and show. So this is what we want. We want just the shanked, just to cut a knife in the ground, and it also these fins here. These fins here lift the soil on each side, and actually when you hit a really hard spot, you can watch the soil in between them just lift and drop. But they also cut a ditch in here, which helps let water get down into the ground, hopefully keep it drier this spring and fall. But see, this is what we don't want. A big ditch that looks like you just chisel plowed it. And it looks like it's just because these tree roots got up on this thing. And that is actually quite a big tree root. There we go. So yeah, you just gotta watch that kind of stuff, I guess. But other than that, it's working pretty good. Now gosh dang it. Ew, nasty. So the thing I'm dragging behind this cat is a DMI 500 5-shank ripper, tillage tool, whatever you want to call it. And then we have a Elmerford, I think it's a 300 cart. I've actually a couple times already, well, more than a couple times, but I can watch the ground between all the shanks. You can watch it, see it from the cab. The ground just lift and drop, and it's breaking up that compaction down below from running the combine or the planter or the disc or this tractor, grain cart, whatever we ran it, just everything over this field has compacted it a little bit. And chisel plowing does help, but does not break it up as much as this thing does. Because this thing is, I don't know how deep we're going right now, because we shallowed it up a little bit, but we were going like almost a foot deep. But we're still probably going I'd say close to 10 or 11 inches deep right now. And I gotta turn. So the reason we're pulling this with the cart instead of the 3-point on the tractor is because the 3-point on the tractor will not work for some reason. We've tried recalibrating it. I actually just the other day looked at the codes and researched what each of them are. And basically the one is like it's not getting power to the solenoid to tell the 3-point to raise it to lift. So that could be anything from a broken wire or maybe even the center of this lever here or something, you know, who knows. The other thing was a rock shaft, something to do with the rock shaft. I don't even know where or what that is on this thing. But yeah, that's why we aren't using 3-point, and it's just easier to hook up. You just have one hookup and a couple of hoses instead of trying to line a 3-point up instead of trying to line a 3-point up to this thing. You might be able to see. You might be able to see it lifting and dropping the ground right in there. Shoot, my finger up there. No, that's not doing it now. It was dark in there. Now that's a freaking rock, I'd say. I'm actually surprised I didn't break a shear bolt on that one. Anyhow, I've gotten that far, I guess. Just looking over, making sure that's not what you want to see. Well, that day was cut a little short. See there's a bolt. Well, it's supposed to look like this. So there's a bolt up here that goes clear through, and there's a nut on the bottom up in here. But is what happened here is the bolt, the nut, like the bottom of the bolt, got stuck on this bracket right here, right in there, and I'm guessing when I hit that rock right there, it bounced up, and then came that bolt turned and slid against that, and it just bent it. So got to take it home, I guess, and try to fix it again. It did it once before, and that same one actually. So I guess we're going to have to try to figure something out to keep it from doing that. Fun times. Didn't even get to fly the drone. Oh well. Okay, so this is about I'm gonna say close to two weeks later than the last thing, but I'm actually heading right back up to that field right where I left off. Besides that spring getting all messed up, the hitch on this thing actually broke too, and it had broken before. Dad, my grandpa, and my uncle, they welded it back together, put some plates on the side and welded it. But when I hit that rock, I'm guessing it actually busted one of the plates loose and twisted it all around. I didn't realize it until I was on the road. Luckily it held till I got home, but we got a new hitch now. Probably a week ago, and then it's just it's been rainy, but I think it might be okay to go now. It's a little wet. It actually snowed yesterday. So it was April, I think this is the 22nd, so the 21st it snowed. And today it woke up and like on the top of the grass there's a little bit of or on the car and stuff, there's a little bit of a dusting, but it's currently 46 degrees, so it's kind of cold. But I'm just letting this thing warm up, and then I'm gonna head back up to that field. That hole right there, that rock sat, that was the culprit to ruin everything that day. We're here now, and gonna pour it in the ground and get going, I guess. So I'm out of the cab now. I actually completely forgot I made one whole round. That I was gonna lift this up one notch. See if that helps. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that real quick. I think I'm gonna drop that back down because it actually looks like it definitely tore up the top of the ground a little more than I'd like. Stady just got somebody. Well, just finished getting somebody. But so I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop the thing down, so I'm gonna lift the tire up a hole. So it looks like I broke a shear bolt back there on the center shank. So I just gotta get one of these bolts here and one of these nuts wherever the end that's open is. Maybe to open these. Struggling. Nut. Take this. And alrighty. And see when it maybe hit like a rock or something, it just breaks this bolt right here. See, this is nothing but just the head bolt. It allows this to flop back so you don't break a bunch of other stuff up. So I'm gonna try to set. Alright, so that took about 2 minutes, probably. We're back at it. I think there was a forest fire over there or something. Whew. I got it out though, we're good. Now if you don't get that, is what I'm saying is I had to go pee. So I went over there in the woods and I went pee. Let's get back to work. Well, you probably can't hardly see me, but I'm just walking to my truck right now. I'm gonna head home. I got a good chunk of this field knocked out today. And yeah. I think I'm gonna end the video here and see y'all next time.